Hey, yeah. Welcome back to the Cross TV with your boy, The Cross. You already know. Let's take this bop. They did it again. Baby kids. Teen takeover. Down in that Navy Yard. Did a video a few weeks ago. And they turned around and did it again. So now this is just straight defiant. There's no words around it. The families are not being held accountable. There's no such thing as I didn't know. These things are all over the news, the internet, social media, and it's still happening. You can just look at the thumbnail. These are baby kids for real. And what's going to happen is one of them going to get hurt, ran over by a police car, and then all of a sudden the families are going to come out demanding justice and demanding answers. But right now, your little baby kids is running around causing havoc, and yet there's no parents speaking up.
Thanks so much for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Megan Clark. Large crowds of kids ran through the streets of D.C.'s Navy Yard last night, despite extended curfew hours there meant to stop gatherings just like this. Now, around this same time this was all happening, police arrested 4 juveniles at the Metro platform half a mile away, charging one of them with assaulting an officer. Our Rebecca Turco has more now from Navy Yard, where an extended curfew is underway there for another hour.
This area has been a juvenile curfew zone all weekend, prohibiting kids from gathering in groups of 9 or more starting at 8 p.m. But that didn't stop groups of them last night.
The kids just come out of nowhere.
Elisa D'Souza was out to dinner last night when she saw this.
It's scary to see just a group of people congregating and screaming.
Starting around 9:30, she says around 100 kids gathered. Some were fighting and roughhousing, others yelling.
Kind of not obeying the laws or the street signs. And lights were green and they were tossing each other basically under the cars here at this crosswalk.
Police came. The crowds dispersed. No one was arrested. Around the same time, about half a mile away at the waterfront platform, Metro Transit Police arrested 4 minors. One of them accused of assaulting a police officer, among other charges. The other 3 arrested for disorderly affray. In other words, for fighting. That area was not a juvenile curfew zone, and we don't know if those kids were part of the crowd from Navy Yard. Elisa wants the emergency legislation for juvenile curfew zones to be extended. That legislation allows the police chief to set earlier juvenile curfew hours in targeted areas. It expires Wednesday, and the council isn't voting on whether to extend it until the 21st, after previously postponing the vote. Councilmember Brianne Nadeau is among the council members against it.
I think it's not about placing blame here. We can all be doing more, so the district can be offering more programs. We can be offering more support to parents.
Elisa feels parents should be held more accountable, but agrees the district can be doing more programs, figuring out more ways to engage kids to turn to safe activities, because she says the curfew only goes so far.
At the end of the day, I just feel like it's just a curfew. It's just there. We all know it's there, but it's still attracting these kids. And when the curfew's there, it's not like we know like nothing is going to happen.
I recently spoke with the council chairman, and he told me that while the council is set to vote on juvenile curfew zones next week, there is always the chance that the vote gets postponed once again. That legislation has the council chairman's backing and the mayor's backing as well. In Southeast DC, Rebecca Turco.
Stop with the programs. Wasting our money on programs. You got to hit hard at home. How many times we got to keep talking about this? The parents, the guardians. If they got to work, because, a lot of us got to work 2 jobs and a half. Understandable. You need to have another family member watching baby kids. It's going to happen. Nothing's being done about it. Let one of these little bad kids get hit by a bus, or the police arrest them a little too hard, that all of a sudden everybody's going to come out, police reform, and then that's when it's going to be a big mess. Right now, parents don't care because they ain't doing anything. So let's forget these programs. Stop spending our money on baby kids, and let's get these parents. And you're not arresting anybody why even show up if we're not going to arrest them? So again, these kids are going to keep doing this because there's no consequence. And their parents are going to allow it because there's no consequence. I'm disgusted, but thanks for tuning in with your boy The Cross. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. All right, y'all. Peace.